Hey everyone, welcome back to the Maine experience. This is going to be a first time. Today I'm going to be flying the drone and doing a narration as I fly the drone. Today we're down at Scotty's field behind the high school in Rumford. Just wanted to do a quick flyover of what used to be a small ski area with, I believe, 2 or 3 pretty large ski jumps. Here's a quick picture of what it used to look like. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like now. The fall leaves have come down here in Maine for the most part. I'd say probably 70 to 75% of the leaves are off the trees. Let's take off on the drone and see what we can see.
Home point refreshed.
Alright, so this is Scotty's field right here, behind the high school. Don't know if that was one of the ski jumps or not, but this is ITS 82 snowmobile and ATV trail that comes down the left and goes across the field. This will be looking northwest. So let's do a flyover. So you can see there's not much to see. It's just really a lot of trees, and you'd never know it was there now. But right below me here is the first of one of the ski jumps, or what used to be. There's not really much to see, as I said, but this is just how nature takes over in 60 years. And now we are on the other side of Scotty's field. I'm right there on that little bench, right by that building, you could see. So there was 3 jumps here. One was the grammar school jump, the high school jump, and the suicide jump. There was 3. I'm now remembering. It's coming back to me. Just speed the drone up a little bit. So right in this area right here is where it would have been. And the rope tow would have been on the left side of this open hill right here. So this is where the lift line would have been. From what I've read online, it was called a double dogleg rope tow, which is just a really long cable on two big bull wheels, one at the top and one at the bottom. The trail on the left is pretty much the parallel to where it would have been. So right now I'm standing at the bottom of the first ski jump at Scotty ski area. Let's get to the top. It's a much better view. You can't see much from here, but this was the first one. I think this was the grammar school jump, and then the next one was bigger, and then I haven't figured out where the suicide jump was yet. I don't know if it was over there on the hill or where, but let's get to the top. Okay, I'm gonna leave the bike right here. So this is the first jump, which would have been the grammar school jump, I believe. I'm still not fully certain on the names of these jumps, but we're just gonna walk up onto the plateau here and see what there is to see. Holy smokes, this is straight up. This is the top. Well, not the top. This is where the ramp would have been. And phew, down over the hill there. That's crazy that people were brave enough to do this. I certainly wouldn't be. So you could see that it would have, phew, tired here. Definitely uphill, definitely an open corridor, definitely a ski jump. For anybody who's still doubtful, I've had my metal detector here before. There's all kinds of nails and bolts and stuff in the ground right here, which I put to that the ramp would have been right there, and it rotted away, and of course the nails ain't gonna rot. Let's see if I can get myself up this really steep bank. Yep, this is a big jump. You see the lip right down there. That's where it would have jumped off of. No, thank you. I don't understand the rock pile over here though. I'm assuming a skier was standing right in here somewhere. They were taking off down the hill and whoosh out over the hill. Crazy to me. Alright, I've caught my breath a little bit now. We're gonna traverse up over the rock pile here and see if that road is up here. I'm pretty sure it is. Now there's a mountain bike trail again. Run into this thing everywhere we go up here. Well, I don't see a road right off anyway. Oh. Yeah, this is it right here. I'm walking on it. You can see it. Here, I'll go up here. I'm not too worried about the bike wherever it is now. It's closer to the school, so I don't think anybody's gonna snag it. Oh, pause. Wait a minute. There's gonna be a little mix up in the editing here. It's gonna sound weird because you haven't seen this road yet, but you will further in the video. So just bear with me here while I talk about what we've already seen that you haven't actually seen. Here's the other end of that road we were walking. Right here. Isn't that something? I thought it looked like it was headed this way. So here's the other end of the road. Remember the one we were walking on before? By the intersection. So it comes across the side of the mountain, which you can see is wicked steep. The camera's straight right now. And it's like that. They dug the road right across the edge of the hill. Then it comes out. Well, they dug it out to build this mountain bike trail a little, but it comes down to somewhere right here. It would have stopped, and then the other jump is right there. So this was definitely a service road between the jumps. There's a lot of rocks in the trail here, so I don't think it would have continued that way. I don't know for sure. Let's walk down the ski line here so you can get a view on how steep it is. So, but we're just gonna go down the hill. And, the leaves are quite slippery. Ooh, that was almost went down there. All right, this is the steepest spot right here. Good thing I got the right shoes on today. I see the bike, it's still there. And then straight down to the field. Pretty crazy. They built all this back in the 30s. There is something walking up there somewhere. I don't know, it's fall time. Everything sounds way louder. I'm hoping it's just a squirrel. But anyways, I'm gonna try to be a little quiet here, but because it's working its way up the hill. This is the second ski jump. This would have been the suicide jump. I don't know if you can see, but there's a ridge line right here. I hear people again. Okay, so we're back at the ski jump now. The people are gone. This is the suicide jump. You can see it's massive. It's way up there. Is the ridge line. Comes down now anyway. Comes across the trail. Well, the trail comes across it rather. And it would have poked out down there at the field. Right there's Scotty's field. And you just look how steep this is. Look at that. It's pointing straight out flat. Look how much of an angle that is. Over here too is at least a 45. Yeah, check this out. That's flat with the trail. And that's how steep that is. Incredible. So I don't hear the leaves crunching up there anymore. So I'm hoping it was just a squirrel that sounded loud. But anyways, I want to hope for the best. Oh wait, I don't want to leave those handlebars sticking out into the trail. There we go. Hope for the best and leave that right there. There's a couple things up this way that we're gonna go check out real quick. Oh, I never noticed this before. Right on the ground right here is possibly a piece of the haul rope. Possibly. Could have been some sort of cable rail. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna leave the camera rolling just in case I do see an animal or something. So this little spot is all kinds of stuff. So you get a metal rod here, a pipe there of some sort, some wire mesh fencing, maybe erosion control. Right up here you can see there's this little ridge of rocks. There would have been a tower sitting right there, possibly a commentator tower, something like that. See, there's a pipe sticking out of the ground right there. So I've been here before. Now this place did have some sort of electricity because I found a light bulb with a metal detector. So you can see there's a big cast iron pipe right here. Now I don't know where it goes. The other end is probably plugged. Alright, I don't see any animals. I don't want to go too far by myself. I don't think I'm going to go all the way to the top, but I just wanted to show you this little area right here. I think this is where that tower would have sat, which I'll show you a picture of. There's a road right there that goes to the top of this knoll here. I don't know, I'm just kind of freaked out. I heard those crunching footsteps coming up through here. You can see this is like a little access road here, probably for maintenance. It's long, dilapidated now. This is the top of the ski run where we were just at. What is going on here? Check that out. Something been scratching at that, something small. So we walk, phew, I'm tired. That was a steep incline. You walk over here, you can see just how high up we are. The trees that are down at the field, we are way above the treetops of those. That just fades off into the woods that way. But that road right there, you can see like the corridor through the trees. That goes over to the other ski jump, if I remember correctly. There is a road right there as well. That goes up, 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 up. And at the top of there is those I-beams, which I don't really feel comfortable going up there myself. I'd like to have somebody else with me because it is a pretty gnarly trail. I really don't need to get hurt out here and be stranded. But I'm seeing something else over here. I'm not sure. Looks like somebody else has been out here metal detecting. Oh no, it's a big bin. I thought it was a stump. This is an old rusty bin right here. Some sort of container, a bucket maybe. And then there's I don't know if it's a piece of wood or a piece of steel. Looks like a piece of steel right here along this really steep bank. That is some steep up there, wow. But it is solid, whatever it is. It's like underneath. Yeah, it's like a big flat steel plate with an angle of 90 degrees on the end. I didn't notice that. It's been a couple of years since I've been up here. Oh, check this out. Brim decaffeinated coffee. Nice. I don't know how old that is. It does have a barcode on it. Maybe there's a date on it. Doesn't say, I don't think. It was 16-ounce can. Well, we'll leave it right there. It's kind of a, kind of piece of history. We'll leave it here. I thought that rock right there was something big standing behind me. I almost had a heart attack. So, I don't want to leave my bike too far away from me. But I'm going to walk this way just a little bit. somebody goes by the bike trail, they're gonna say, uh-oh, who abandoned their bike? So you can see this is definitely an old road. You see where it's worn down from vehicles. Probably old trucks and whatnot coming up through here. See, there's not really much to see. So let's get down to the bike since we are almost there. Oh dear. Well, thought I didn't have too much of a grab on that. That would have went face planting. Okay, here we are. Okay, now we're on the other side of the hill from where we were. This is what I want to show you first, real quick. In the picture, this is what I'm going to show you right now. You see where all the people are lined up? Right. I think that's right here, which is kind of cool to think. This is like that flat spot, that kind of a ledge that you can see in the pictures. So then it looks like they probably would have marched their way up the hill. I don't really know for sure if there was another lift over here. I don't think there was. But you could still see some of the structure on this side, which I thought was really cool. You see they got this steel post with some old rotten wood. Wouldn't have been at the time, of course. That was like a retaining wall for this. You could almost see where the water has eroded it over like the last 60 years, or it comes down during storms. But this was like some sort of retaining wall that they had built. And then, whoa, look at this dead thing. Watch this. Oops, now it's in the trail. Not anymore. Then there's this thing I've never seen before. This is different. This looks like some sort of insulator. And then some electrical, maybe some electrical wire here. I don't know. But this looks like something that may have been on like a power pole. Or a light pole, maybe? Definitely. Well, this, I've never seen this before. Look at this. There's a big old lag bolt right there. Wow. I never noticed this before. But anyway, here's some more of the retaining wall. Why's my GoPro going dark? There we go. We come up here. Some sheet metal. A lot of this is I've never seen before. Possibly because of the flood that we had. A lot of water probably come down through here. Here's another post right here in the ground that would have been standing to hold the retaining wall up. And here's another. There's another post right there laying down. You can see a lot of these rocks have dislodged, assuming they used to be up on the bank. It's like a plate of sorts. That would have been cool if it said something on it. Yep, we'll leave it right where it was. Come up here, here's another pole sticking out of the ground. So I think people would have been flying down that hill up there. I mean flying. Quite literally, once they hit the jump, there's nothing left of the jumps whatsoever. Just the banks. I hear walking around up there again. It's got to be a squirrel. They would have, if whatever it was, hopefully would have ran when I went up there. So yeah, that's where we were, standing way up there on top of that ledge. Not ledge, but ridge. It's got to be a squirrel walking. So yeah, this is Scotty's ski jump. Now I want to go over and show you what's left of the lift line. So this is what's left of the lift line, which started down there in the field. I didn't feel like going down the hill just to record down there. And it would have come up right here. You can see this kind of ridge line, which I'm assuming was made to keep the skiers in where they were supposed to be. And along that ridge over there is some old rusty car rims, which I believe were used for cable guides. But we are gonna take a walk up this road, which looks like a four-wheeler trail, but it is not a designated four-wheeler trail, so don't take it if you're over here. All right, proceeding up the hill. The mountain bike trail crosses right here, which is a couple of years old. There's one of the rims right there. don't know if you can pick it out. There's an old car rim right there, truck rim. So actually, the rope tow probably would have been over there, unless the pole fell that way, which is a good possibility. I personally think it was over here, but I'm not too sure. I've looked at the pictures and studied them the best I can. I don't think it was over here because the boulder field right up there. So I think the pole used to stand like right here, and it fell and it rotted away. That's why the car rim is over there. That's my best guess. So these are the mountain bike trails in the Pennacook Area Community Trails, which is in the town of Rumford behind Mountain Valley High. You walk up this way. I think this is the old rope tow. Is this right here. There's a birdie. Hi, bird. See, here's some possible settler activity over here. Some stacked stones. Don't see those very often over here. I'm assuming this was not done by the ski area, just it could have been. I still don't know exactly where the rope tow. Well, oh, I see a rim. Can you see it? It's right there. Look at that, it's like a jungle. Oh, here's something right here. Oh, it's a rim. So this is what, oh, no kidding. That's just like the piece of other iron we found by the jump. Oh, it's secured right in the ground. And there's the haul rope right here. Look at that. I've never seen this one before. So there's the rim. So when I say there's the rim on the side of the trail, this is what I'm talking about. Phew, I'm tired. Oh, heavy. It's mounted to this bracket here. And this may have used to be some sort of cable guide. I don't know. It looks like that cable would have fit right through these holes. I'm not entirely sure. So we're right on the track here. We're on top of this hill. Looks like it. Oh, there's another one right there. My goodness. So there's another one. Still, oh, look at that. This one's still attached to the old pole. You see this old rotten log. Yep, it's a whole nother assembly. Look at that. There's the whole assembly thing that would have mounted to the pole. And there's the rim. And this does look like a little bit of a swale or a valley right here. This is possibly where it's dug out or worn down. Looks like somewhat of a road over here. Oh, I see something. I think I see another rim. But boy, this is steep. There's another rim. Still on the pole. Goodness gracious. Look at that one. So anyways, I caught my breath a little bit. This one is in mint condition. Just a little bit of rust. Look at that. Still bolted into the old pole. Laying there, rotting away. That one too, still bolted into the pole. The cable would have run right along there, I'm assuming. That's incredible. Still got the pole, the rim, and the mounting hardware. Awesome. So this is definitely the old lift line headed straight up here. I'm gonna press on a little further, see if we can find another one. But boy, I need to get out hiking more evidently. I'll let you know if I find another one. The leaves are falling. What a nice spot right here. Flattened out for a second. I have not seen another rim yet. And it looks like a road. Or certainly is a road. What is it? Maybe logging? tree almost got my hat. Not sure. Probably logging. Alright. Let's get back over, I don't know, rope tow. We have something here. Looks like an old chair. Huh. I wonder what this road would have been used for. Power line access? I know there's power line corridor. Oh, what's this? Hold on. I see something. Oh, what's this? A frame of some sort with big, huge bolts going through it. Huh. Could have been the top, maybe. I wonder if this is the top of the... Oh, it weighs a lot. See, it's got some holes on the top, both sides. Big, huge bolts. Been sitting there for however many decades. Wonder if this was the top anchor. Huh. Let's go over there in that high spot and take a look. It gets a little bit higher to the right here where this mountain bike trail comes down. I see a board. No, that's steel. Aha. Well, maybe that's our answer. There's a white piece of steel. Hollow iron. See, it's a hollow steel tube. Could have been a structure support for the top of the lift, maybe. I wonder if this was the top. Probably anchored into this ledge somewhere. That, oh boy, look at this. I think we found something. Nice moss garden. Look at all the rims over here. Can you see them? Look at that. One rim, two rim, and one grown into the tree. That is incredible right here. That's a different type of rim right there. That one's like, so I can get in here. These are all different than the other ones. These have a smooth inside. The other one had a really narrow space for the cable to ride in. I bet these are probably the top. Let me see if I can go around the other side so I can get a view of that one that's grown into the tree. That tree has been here a lot less time than them rims have. I'm gonna say this is the top of Scotty's ski lift. All the way back from the 1930s until the 1960s, I believe as it was. I read an article online, only one I could find, that there was a guy who wrote the article and he was sledding here in the 70s and 80s, and he said it was long abandoned then. So I'm guessing maybe 30s to 50s, maybe into the early 60s, but I'm not sure. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is the top of the old Scotty's double dog leg rope tow ski lift. Mainly because of this lonely piece of white steel right here. I'm guessing that is part of the structure that maybe got left behind if they dismantled it, as well as all the rims, and then that anchor piece over there that we saw. So I think you've seen just about everything that I know of, except for the big I-beams on top of the mountain. I'm not going all the way up there myself. This is pretty high up, further than I was going to go, but I kept finding more and more of them car rims, and it just kept me going. But yeah, there's that anchor piece down there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. I don't know if maybe that was discarded from up there, or maybe it was a really tall thing and boom, it fell down. I doubt it. I'm guessing that was discarded, or maybe this was like an old staging area of sort, and that's where it got left behind. Sorry for the spin there. Oh, let's see if there's anything over here on the mountain bike trail. Here's a chair. I think I've seen this chair before. What's left of it anyway. Probably an old chair from the top shack. Somebody probably snagged it for hunting. I think that chair was here before they even built this mountain bike trail. You can just tell by looking at it. But anyways, I think that solves the mystery. I think Scotty's ski lift used to top out right there, right where that white beam is. We are a long ways up, my friends. So, I think that's gonna do it for this adventure video. I'm gonna try to edit it down so that it's not an hour long. But if you like doing some exploring like this, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel would be excellent. So I'm just looking real quick. I think right down in there is kind of where that rim was that was still mounted on the pole. And it's almost a straight shot to the top where we just found that white beam. It is kind of open, so maybe that's it. Well, I'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this Maine experience. If you do come out here, please don't take your ATV up here because this is not an ATV trail. It's an old service road from the ski area, I believe anyway. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm going to try to make my way down safely as I can. Thank you for watching.